Chileandthechamp. Chileandthechamp.
What up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Chile and the Champ.
Chileandthechamp.
You know, I myself is the Chile, along with the People's Champ, the homie Paul Wall.
Pow wow, baby.
What up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Chile and the Champ.
Chileandthechamp.
That's the homie Paul Wall. I'm the Chile, along with the super producer Goo over there looking all busy.
Yo.
How y'all feeling today, fellas?
Hey, feeling good.
Blessed.
Blessed?
Yup.
So what's been going on with y'all, man? Y'all, it's been, you know, a lot of stuff been going on in the city and everything. We haven't seen each other. Mike, you good?
I'm Gucci,
Okay, we see
super
that.
director.
Yeah, super direct.
Left me out, Chile.
Man, you know what, man? We're introducing you to the show, so that's why it's like a new character I gotta add into it.
Well, now y'all know, super director Michael Ortiz on the mic. I'm here.
Huh? Sounded real legit right there.
Talk that shit.
I told you.
Paul, man, what's going on with you, man?
Another good day, man. Praise God.
I feel ya, man. You know what? We're gonna jump right into it real quick, man. Now, you know, President Trump's been on the news a lot lately, man. You know, well, he's on the news every day, you know, but now he's doing something that I actually don't know if I agree with. What about you, Paul? I know you're a military man. You know, we said that.
Yeah.
What do you think about Trump making the move to ban transgenders from serving on the military?
Man, first of all, salute, shout out to all our military worldwide, all our service members who go out there, also all their families who put their lives on the line and on hold for our freedoms and to protect us. So shout out to all the service members in the military worldwide. Definitely, I've done a lot with the USO, a lot of military tours. There's a lot of military here from Texas or from Texas who've been stationed elsewhere. So, you know, we speak on this all the time. We got a big major salute to all our military worldwide. Man, this is it's not shocking that it comes from Trump, but it's saddening to see, you know, just how our military just has continued to be disrespected. You know, and it definitely this is just another attack from Trump. Man, he's somebody who, for sure, he's gotten the most publicity out of his presidency than any other president. Like, he really is taking this to you know, he thrives off of being in everybody's topics of conversation, you know what I'm saying, across the world now, not just in our country. So he thrives off of this criticism and you know, all the
He's a real troll, man. He's an internet troll for real.
Yeah, he's
man.
a troll, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know, man. Good, what you think?
Man, so from what I understand, he's not trying to ban transgenders because they're transgender. I think it was if they were diagnosed with dysphoria, which is opposite of euphoria.
So it's kind of like talking about right now.
You don't like your life. So dysphoria is like when you don't like your life, right? So I'm thinking.
Did you give him some weed before we started?
You've never heard of dysphoria before?
Gender dysphoria or just
yeah, so gender dysphoria. Yeah. So basically, he's saying.
I thought gender dysphoria was where you were. See, it's good, and we being open about this. So if we're saying something that's incorrect, man, let us know. We not perfect.
And this is like the new.
Now, I personally, I thought gender dysphoria was just if you were born one gender, but in your mind you saw yourself as another gender. Like Bruce Jenner had gender dysphoria, became a transgender woman. Now is Caitlyn Jenner. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, go on Google what gender dysphoria is.
The psychiatric term is a state of unease or generalized dissatisfaction with life.
Okay, that's suicidal.
That's dysphoria, or that's gender dysphoria?
No, that's just dysphoria. So I'm thinking gender dysphoria would just be
yeah.
Like what you just said, basically. Yeah. So I'm thinking what he was saying, from what I understand though, is he thinks that people with gender dysphoria are gonna need more medication. They're gonna want to get more surgeries. While in the army, he didn't want to pay for that. Is basically what he's saying. Right?
But he wants to pay for a parade that's going to cost like $1 billion.
Really?
Yeah, like he wants to do a military parade that's going to cost $1 billion or some crazy amount of money, and it's crazy because you got all those vets that can't even get treatment.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like what's tripped out about it.
That's why I think we should really. What money should go more into the vet, because there's no reason a veteran of the armed forces, man, should not be able to go into a hospital and receive treatment.
Right.
I mean the best treatment.
Yeah.
Not just have to go sit in the hospital and wait 4 or 5 hours to be
Right.
seen by a doctor.
And bro, tell me, I don't, I don't think there's people who are trying to game the system and, I want to get a free sex change, so I'm gonna go join the army. I don't, you know what I'm saying? The people who, I don't think they doing that, you know what I'm saying? It sounds like that's what Trump's trying to prevent.
Yeah.
Is people from joining the military just so they can get a free sex change or get free medication for whatever they're going through. And there might be a percentage of somebody who might do that, as there are people. I got a cousin who was in the military. He got married to somebody just because you could get more money if y'all was married in the military. So he had like a little scam, fake marriage, and then he ended up getting kicked out the military for that. So people game the system all types of ways. And if you can, and if you feel like you can come up, then you're gonna do that. People going, sometimes if that's the type of person you are, then you're gonna take advantage of something like that. So there might be somebody, but I don't think generally transgender people are joining the military just so they can get a free sex change, and that's what it sounds like they're trying to prevent or stop.
It's a weird subject, man, because to me, I look at it, I'm like, okay, dude, if these people are willing to go and fight for the freedom of the United States and fight for the country, you shouldn't even have to worry about their sexuality and all that stuff.
Right.
I mean, you got females that are fighting already, then you got males, and transgender, it doesn't even matter to me. That's whatever goes on their private life, that's their private life.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, whenever you need them to fight, they're out there showing that they want to fight for the country, defend the country and everything. So I really don't care much for it. I don't agree with whatever he's doing about, if he wants to do that. I think there's bigger problems and issues he should be focusing on instead of transgender and trying to ban people, gays and all that stuff from the army.
I don't think anybody really ever thought that Trump was going to be like a president for transgender rights. We all kind of figured now he's not going to be for transgender or any LBGT, any of that type of stuff. He's not going to be down for that. So this is not shocking to come from the Trump administration. Of course, we know about Mike Pence, how he feels about gay people and all of this, how he calls his wife mother, and stuff like, just things like he kind of weird.
He calls his wife mother?
Man, look.
Dude, this presidency's got to be like the most sickest ever, man.
It's a reality show.
No, but you think, look.
Grab him by the...
Yeah, you see Trump over there talking about his daughter Ivanka. Oh yeah, if she wasn't my daughter, I'd be having sex with her or be marrying her. And what I'm saying? He's saying that, and then like, it's just weird, dude. Like this president is kind of like out there, And then you got was it Pence saying mother to his wife? That's a lot of backwoods shit going on back there in the White House, bro.
One thing we see though, there's so much just hysteria and confusion about just this topic. And a lot of people say things that are just, that they might think is funny, but they actually are harmful to a lot of people and hurtful to a lot of people. But a lot of times when people speak out on this type of topic though, they get attacked, so then they choose to not speak out, and then what they do is they create a fake profile online, and then they troll. That's where a lot of these profiles come from, because they're afraid of speaking their true beliefs, so they create a fake profile to say how they really feel.
So closet, you're talking about they're in the closet, like closet haters, closet racist people, and all this stuff, man. See, like me, I'm real passionate about the dreamers, you know what I'm saying, the Dream Act and DACA and all that stuff, because I'm one of those kids that I was brought to the United States. I didn't have an option, man. I was like 11 years old when my mom brought me over here. It's not like I said, hey, I want to go to the U.S. I had no option. So I kind of agree with the kids, and all the stuff with DACA. I support that. But I've gotten in arguments with people at bars, I'm kind of like going to a bar and just sitting there drinking a beer, and then like I'll talk to the people, but we have a nice argument, and then I tell them, you know what? I agree that we both have our opinions and everything. We agree to disagree, and we drink a beer together and we go home,
I don't believe that, Chile.
Come on, man.
Chile said they're cussing people out.
Nah, you know what?
I believe it. Chile like to argue with people. I like. I believe it.
I do like to roast people. I like to roast people, but I really respect people's opinions, That's what's so beautiful.
That sounds like a lie right there.
I really understood DACA was in an Uber.
Uber?
Uber driver was from...
shout out to all the Venezuelans coming over right now.
I think he was from... where's the MS-13 gang?
Salvador.
He was El Salvador.
Yeah.
He was from there, and he was saying he had been here like 10 years. He was married, wife, kids, pays
taxes.
some kind of... Yeah, but he pays some... he has to get some kind of permit he pays every 2-3 months to work. I don't know what it is.
It's probably a work permit.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, you get like a year every
Why
year.
would he still be paying that? Like,
maybe his papers are like his green card's like being, you know, he's got a case or something.
Because he said if he goes out there, he'd be a target because he's been in America. They automatically he has money, and all his family's gone now, so he has no family there. That'd be fucked up to go home.
Man,
it's like living in a foreign country all over again.
Man, I'll tell you what, I was able to fly back to Guatemala and go visit about 7 years ago. Like, I was here since I was 11 years old, since 1989. And about 7 years ago, I was the first time I was able to go back because I got my green card and everything. Man, I'll tell you what, the hard thing is when you go back and you have nieces that you haven't, like when you left, they were like 2 years old and now they're like 21, 23. They're grown people.
So was it hard to get the green card? Like, what took you so long to get it? Like, why?
Why? Because I didn't have a strong enough case, you know, because I was here as a kid, but now to them I was always a documented worker a documented immigrant because I had my social security, I had an ID and all that stuff. So I was always a documented. I wasn't able to work, you know, because I didn't have a green card or an INS permit or anything like that. Once I got married, my wife, which is a U.S. citizen, we got married and we started looking into it and everything. And then, you know, I came in legally. I flew in, you know, a passport, I had a permit and everything. And everything worked out great, man. You know, like about a year and a half it took, you know, I got my permit and to work and everything. Then I got my green card about 3 months later. So I was like, phew.
So the green card is like the get out of jail free card. You can get the.
No, your green card is saying that you're legal here. You can work, you can do whatever. They can't deport you or nothing.
Was it expensive or it's not just?
Oh, it's expensive, bro.
It is? Okay.
I mean, I think just for the green card, it cost me close to like $5,000 because you know the lawyer fees.
I was gonna ask you, you have a lawyer?
Oh yeah, man, you gotta get a lawyer because every wording, you know, it's like a contract, man. They make it so tricky to where you're signing your life away. You can sign something to where it's like, oh man, I didn't mean to say this, I meant to say that. Sorry, denied, boom. You know, they don't play around. So I did that, and then you got to pay, you know, the lawyer fees, you know, which was like about $2,000. And the fucked up thing about it is, y'all attorneys, I know y'all got making money. I ain't hating on y'all, but if I'm paying you like $2,000 for, you know, this and that, and then they're like, oh yeah, you got to fill out the application. So you're still doing all the paperwork. All they're doing is just filing it. And they charge you this much. I was like, damn, they got me. But I got my green card, so I'm good. Now, if I want to become a U.S. citizen, it's going to cost me about $4,000.
So you're still a U.S. citizen?
Nah. I've been kind of like debating if I
but
wanted to.
They can't send you back to.
Only if I mess up, like big time.
Yeah,
you know, if I do some stupid crime and shit.
So, but if you become an American citizen and you mess up, then you stay.
I mean,
here,
they can steal.
Oh,
they can take.
They can
you know,
it away.
Yeah, the way Trump is in everything, he's doing that.
Yeah.
He's doing that, so it's crazy, man. You know.
I understand picking up the criminals and sending them back, but you going on a taco truck, a hard-working man and his family, you snatching them off. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That's what I don't. I mean, that's what I really.
I mean, I always feel like, look, man, if you're a productive person in this United States of America, I think you deserve. You know, that's just me. But also, I'm not gonna lie, man. There's a lot of people that come here and screw up, man. Oh. They screw it up for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And that's just every country, though. It's every nationality. It's not just Mexicans, Hispanics. You know
what about the Americans that are born here? Because I know a lot of screw ups that were born here. I know quite a few screw ups that were born here in this country.
But you know, and then people are like, that's their right though, because they were born here. You know, and they feel like if you weren't born here, then you can't come and have all those rights. And I mean, I feel it, but you know, at the same time, when I come here, I came to better my life. You know, like the odds were against me. You know, I wasn't supposed to be working in a radio station. You know, then I worked at a radio station. You know, I wasn't supposed to be like, you know, being friendly with everybody and all that stuff, because a lot of Hispanics, when they come in and they don't know English, they're real shy because they don't want people to make fun of them. You know, I would speak without caring if I said the word right or wrong. I was just talking. I didn't care. I learned it. So, you know how I started learning, what inspired me to learn English real fast?
The Simpsons.
No. A fine ass little blonde girl, man. Bro, I used to watch the Ninja Turtles, bro. I used to watch the Ninja Turtles.
April Summers.
Yeah, she said something. This blonde girl in my class, she said something to me, and all I say is like, "Cowabunga, dude."
Nah.
She thought it was the funniest thing ever, and like she was just like introducing me to everybody. And after that,
What grade were you in?
4th grade.
You go say cowabunga.
I gotta have some skills, you know what I'm saying?
Pick up line.
Hey man, hey, whatever happens, happens. If it works, it works, man. But you know what? We hope everything works out for the people in the U.S. And the U.S. troops and everything, the military. Hopefully Trump doesn't go through with it, but we'll see what happens, man. So, and it's crazy, man.
Chile and the champ.
All right, now Paul Wall, man. Let me ask you something, Goo, Michael. Y'all been to a lot of festivals, right? Music festivals and everything. You know?
Yep.
I know you, Paul. Y'all was under Free Press Houston.
Yep. Free Press Houston.
Yeah.
The Summerfest. The Day for Night.
Day for night, lit.
We've been to a few, not just here in Houston. We've been to a lot. It's a blessing. It's definitely a different type of skill performing at a club and performing at a festival or performing at a stadium. You know, it's a different technique to your performance. That if you just do the same old thing, it's not going to be a good performance. So shout out to the ones who are like Devin the Dude is a real big festival tourer. Like he tours a lot of festivals, and we learned a lot of that from him and from Take 9 too. He put us up on a lot of game. So yeah, for sure. Yep.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you, man. So this past weekend here in H-Town, we had the In Bloom festival, and they had a lot of artists, man. I'm talking about big time artists, you know. They had 21 Savage. They had all kinds of music, you know, alternative and everything except for Latino music. You know what I'm saying? Which that's where I'm gonna start picking on them because they didn't have they could have had somebody up in there. But the homie Ray Pizzle on Instagram posted something about it, which I kind of thought it was kind of like, damn, that fool's right. How the promoters for that festival did not have one H-Town artist in there. You know, they he said, man, y'all are so out of touch, man. How y'all gonna have Yin Yang Twins as y'all? You know what I'm saying? Which
I rock with Yin Yang Twins. Hold up.
I ain't know, but which I'm like,
Who put the fest on though? Was this something from Houston?
I don't even know who did it, man. But you know, it's like you can't come to Houston and not have any H-Town artists. Like my favorite one was when was it the Free Press Summer Fest? Or was it the Day for which one's the one that had all the H-Town artists? Man?
We started off with they were the same people. It was the Free Press Summerfest every year. They had us do that actually twice, and they had all of us individually for years. Like they had me perform. I did a couple times individually, just a Paul Wall show, and then that's when it was like every year they kind of outdo the year before. So it finally was like, well, damn, we had every Houston artist pretty much. You know, why don't we do them all at once? And that's when it started, and we did it. You know, and then the same people who put on the Free Press Summer Fest, they ended up, I think, selling the festival to Live Nation, and then they started the Day for Night Festival. And they also they're the owners. A lot of the they used to own Fitzgerald's. Not the same. They weren't the ones who
not
had
the H-Town Fitzgerald.
It was the H-Town.
So not the racist.
Not the racist. They're not the racist ones. They but they ended up selling that or whatever, and they own White Oak Music Hall now.
Oh, okay.
And they do Day for Night, but so you know the new tactic of if you do a festival in Houston or you want to do a festival in Houston, the new thing is we're just gonna get Travis Scott, which is for sure is great that they're having Travis Scott, but it's become like the new thing to do. Like that's the only thing they feel like. Oh, we're gonna sell tickets. Like their way of cheating the game is all we gotta do is get Travis Scott, and we don't have to do good promotions. We don't have to, you know. So I've seen a few whack festivals here that they didn't do what they were supposed to do just because they was just trying to cheat the game.
Y'all heard that, promoters? Y'all gotta check in.
Yeah, for sure. You know, but it definitely, man. When I saw this too, the In Bloom Festival, the first thing I thought was the same thing. Was like, man, is there any Houston artists on here?
I didn't know what the hell it was.
I didn't.
People were texting me, "Hey, are you in Bloom?" I was like, "What the?
What is that?
Flower?" Like,
hey, the other thing is this too. I mean, I looked at a lot of the names. I didn't recognize a lot of the names that were on the list. So I was like, well, shit. For all I know, it could be somebody from Houston on there, and I just don't know about them.
I had like Lil Uzi Vert.
They had Incubus.
No, I don't mean like that. I don't mean like the headliners, but I mean like when I looked down the list,
on the card,
it was a lot of names, and I didn't recognize a lot of these people. So I'm thinking, well, man, maybe one or two of these artists is from Houston, and I just don't know, don't know that they're from Houston, or I'm not up on them yet, or whatever. So I don't know, but definitely any festival promoters out there, we definitely encourage you. Please bring some authenticity to the Houston festivals. If you're gonna do a Houston or a Texas festival, get you some Texas or some Houston artists.
And he's not saying get him. He can grab.
It ain't gotta be
young
at all.
artists, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Like up and coming.
Get up and coming artists.
And somebody to represent.
For sure. And I ain't knocking if you get Travis Scott. That's dope because he put on a hell of a great performance. But I'm just saying, don't cheat the game. If you do your due diligence of your proper promotions and what you're supposed to do so that you have a great turnout. Don't just go to the and at the same time quit cheating, my boy. If you're gonna pay him what he worth and what he bringing to the festival, you know what I'm saying? Don't try to that's the other thing that they always try to do is they try to get somebody local and they try to sell off the fact that it's local and it's gonna be a good look, so they don't want to pay you what you're worth. So one thing I could definitely say is all the people that who booked us for the summer Free Press Summer Fest and for the Day for Night, they didn't do that at all. They said how much you charge for a show, here go your check. We want you to come perform with all your other brethren from Houston and do it on stage together. They never tried to undercut us at all. It wasn't no negotiations. It wasn't no back and forth. It was how much you charge for a show. Okay, here goes your check. We need you for this day, and that's how we put together. So shout out to the concert promoters who really show love, and that's the other thing they've been doing in South by Southwest for years is where they get all these industry type of parties or concerts get put on by different brands or businesses or blogs or websites or whatever, and they get all these out-of-town artists, and they don't get any Houston or any Texas artists, and they be like, oh yeah, we want to get y'all to come perform at our thing, but we don't have a budget because we spend it all on somebody that's not from Texas.
Yeah. And it'd be a Welcome to Texas show. And it'd be Welcome to Texas, but no Texas artists.
And then Roger Dick and say, oh, we need you to be there so it's authentic and so it's real, but we ain't got no money for you. We just want you to go because it's a good look. And man, that ain't a good look for you taking advantage. That's really what the culture vulture, that's some culture vulturing right there. So by all means, I'm not saying that you gotta book me at all. You could never book me ever in life and it'd still be great, but you can hit up Goo if you do want to book him. But I'm just saying, if you're doing one of these festivals in Texas or in Houston, man, please, I encourage you, man, get you a Houston artist.
Houston fans are very loyal and they get really mad whenever you come to the city and you don't show love to the artists. You know what I'm saying?
And you remember a few years back, I don't mean to cut you off, but you remember at the car show, the 979 The Box?
Yeah, the Best of Texas.
The Best of Texas car show. That was the greatest turnout in the history of the Los Magnificos car show. I'm
going to tell you, man, when I was out there, they told us doors were open at 12. By 1:30, they were like, dude, this place is sold out. We had 33 to 34,000 people. And the funny thing is, the same artists that were performing in Houston at the car show, they all had to perform, and they all were going on set times because they were leaving the car show going straight to Dallas to do the same concert, but in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? And it was dope. And I mean, I remember that because it was just so dope seeing all the H-Town artists, man. And one thing I'm gonna say, man, shout out to Wicked Cricket, man.
Shout out to Wicked Cricket.
That's the day we presented him with an achievement award. The station was like, man, achievement award, Wicked Cricket, because he did a lot for that's one dude that always showed love to every artist, man. So rest in peace to the homie Wicked Cricket.
Shout out to 8 Wonder. They always do shows with local artists, man.
Yeah, shout out to 8 Wonder Brewery. What it do? What it do?
The show was called Paul Slim and what was the band's name?
Los Carnales.
Yeah, Los Carnales, man. They used to be jamming.
That's Soul Rebels.
Soul Rebels. Oh yeah.
Oh, you thinking of the motorcycle club, Los Carnales?
No, you talking about the age walk we did with Los Carnales.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But you talking about 8 Wonder with Soul Rebels from New Orleans. Shout out to 8 Wonder.
Everything they do, man, they always incorporate. They keep it Houston.
They keep somebody
like the artists it's a Houston thing. I love that about 8 Wonder.
That's why a lot of people, if you notice, a lot of local breweries have started to come up. Like IPA beer is becoming real popular now. Is because the breweries in Houston, they started staying local. They're like, man, buy local, whatever. And their beer is good. The craft beer is good.
I think 8 Wonder was the first brewery to embrace the Houston culture.
The hip hop culture. Yeah. Oh yeah.
They had beers named after. You see other breweries.
Man, they got the Boss beer, which is Lim Thug's beer. Then you got the
Brew GK.
The Brew GK, which is Bum B's. What is yours?
People's Champ beer.
Dude, I'll tell you what. That one time I had the People's Champ beer, I had about 4 of them, and I was having a good buzz, man. I was like, ooh, I gotta get out of here.
I can't remember what it was. for the
They have a lot of.
content. You remember? But I can't think of it.
I don't know what the alcohol content is, but I'm gonna tell you, it's good. You be fucking fat bitches in no time.
That would not be our commercial.
Man, yeah, Paul Wall sitting at the end of the bar is like, how's it taste, motherfucker?
I'm shooting a commercial.
No, but you know what? That's what, like, shout out to those people embracing the hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying? And I like how everything is all about like the Astrodome theme at Eighth Wonder.
Like
you know?
Phone.
Yeah, they got the little
Hopston. They got everything about Hopston. Weissheimer, like Westheimer.
yeah.
The Cougar Paul one was the one they
Cougar
got.
Paul. Yeah.
The Cougar Paul?
Yeah, they got a
Paul,
U, it's like a
like
U of H.
Oh, Paul. I thought he said Paul.
Look what Chile head is. Look what Chile head is.
Hey man, I love them Cougar girls. Man.
Chile gonna be sleeping on the couch.
Don't matter.
Yeah.
That's why I bought a comfortable ass couch. You gotta think ahead about this stuff. Let me test this couch. Nah.
Let me take some notes. Pull out my phone, take some
Hey
notes.
man, but so yeah, man. So all the festival people out there, man. You know what, man. We appreciate y'all coming to Houston, bringing money into the city, but
Taking money.
taking money, but generating money also because the city's gonna benefit for somehow. But I also think that H-Town artists needs to be booked. It should be like a rule, bro. It's common sense. You know what I'm saying? People get offended real quick if you don't book like anybody. It could be like the what's that group that was David Letterman's Roots. The
Roots.
No, not man. That's Jimmy.
Oh, that's Jimmy.
No, but it was a
Jimmy
Houston group from the Suffers.
Oh, so shout out to the Suffers.
The Suffers, man. It can be the Suffers. It can be somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anything used to.
Man, so that's all we care, man. You know. So hopefully, all the future. But what do y'all do? I kind of have a theory about that, man. I think I have a lot to blame is the fans.
The fans.
Because if they're the ones buying it and making it sold out,
Right. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, the
They don't-
fans,
As long as they go, as
Yeah.
long as people go,
they're not going to learn.
And a lot of
it's gonna be
times-
the same ones that are gonna be
Yeah.
saying, "Man, y'all still in Houston style, y'all still in it." But y'all,
Yeah.
if you don't support, then
A lot of times they have these type of polls on their website of who do you want us to book, and so that's like their line of defense is, well, we went by the poll. The poll said we should book, these out of town artists, but at the same time, I think our local artists should be celebrated. So it's you and believe it or not, you could change someone's life by booking them on one of these local festivals. Like one of these up and coming artists, if they would have performed, if Noe J or somebody would have performed at the In Bloom Festival or something, they could have changed his life to turn one of our new artists on to this crowd. Because we always, as fans here, I personally, all my favorite artists have always been from Houston. If you're not from Houston, then you can be number 2 or 3 in my book, just because that's just how I always have looked at our culture. I take a lot of pride in our Texas culture and our Texas
we do
artists.
take pride.
So if there's a lot of fans out there who feel like me, we want to support fellow Texas artists. So if we not up on who's the new artist, man, tell us who's the new artist. If you got a festival going on, book one of these up and coming artists, change their lives. Put us on to them, turn us on to them, so that we can become fans of them and support them on their journey.
Y'all don't know how happy a local artist would be, just like an up and coming artist, how happy they would be just to open up on one of those festivals.
Yeah.
You have to do like 1 or 2 songs to them, where like I still made it into this festival,
right.
and they can learn from it.
And they might be change your life too. We got some jamming music. Don't get it twisted around here. We can change your life around here.
Mike, did you go?
No, I did not, but my girlfriend did go, and she looked good on Instagram taking those pictures.
Okay, so she's part of the problem then.
She's called. Get her down
Yeah.
there, Mike. We need to talk to her. Now, was there only one stage there, or was there 2?
I think there was 2 stages.
Yeah, so they could have had local artists.
We got free tickets.
Yeah.
I actually knew about the concert only because it was located on my bike ride, on the trail of my bike ride. So that's the only reason I knew about it.
Look at this dude trying to be Mr. Healthy over here.
That I am. What's up?
What's up with Team Health?
Well, yeah, like
Over here,
Fake vegan
I
vegetarians.
got in 2.5 miles before I got, before I came.
what are y'all like gluten free?
No, I'm a fake vegan vegetarian.
I'm a vegetarian.
Fake vegan vegetarian.
All I eat is veg.
Pause.
Nah!
I was a vegetarian for 2 days. No, a day and a half.
Chilla, you got nothing but veg in that beard over there?
Shit, the Finest juices and berries. Fool. But you know, it's like crazy because I can't do it. Like dieting is hard, man. You gotta be mentally ready, bro.
Yeah,
Like
we mentally ready over here. We Virgos. Good. What you is?
Virgo.
Virgo roll
that's what y'all
call.
like.
Virgo roll call. Slim, what's up? Virgo roll call.
Man, I'm gonna tell you though, Paul. Dieting for you is it easy or hard?
It's easy for me. I cheated. I had surgery. I ain't got to diet no more. That's for y'all. I ain't never dieting again. Look, man. Look, hey, man. Me having surgery saved my life. It changed my life. I had to change my diet and I had to exercise some things. But where I'm at now, I'm good. I ain't got to do shit. I ain't got to watch what I eat. I ain't got to exercise. Shit,
but,
I'm good.
But like
that's for y'all.
Like when you're saying,
right. I rode 3 miles on my paperboard again.
Turn up.
Your surgery, Paul, if you don't mind me asking, was it like the staple or what was it? Like, what was it called?
The gastric sleeve.
So which one is that? Like when they cut your stomach in
My
half?
stomach. They took a third of my stomach, and it's basically a third of the size it was. So
okay.
I basically.
So you get full with a cup of
real quick.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yep. So that's for y'all suckers got to work out. Not me. I cheated. I cheated. I got the cheat code. I got the cheat code I got the diet hack. Hey, let me tell y'all a diet hack. Have surgery. Hey, you ain't got to do no diet, no exercise, shit. I got a diet hack. I'm putting y'all up on game right there.
Man, sound like the male version of Kim Kardashian. Get surgery.
I ain't had no budding plans or nothing, you know. But I'm just saying, I wouldn't give a fuck. Hey, I ain't tripping. That shit saved my life, and I ain't got to never work out again. Ever. I ain't got to watch my diet or nothing. I'm good. Shit, I don't give a fuck.
That sounds pretty good, P. I ain't gonna lie.
Hell yeah. If I wanted to have a six pack, all I gotta do is like
go get it drawn.
Two sit-ups a day. I'll be
Shit.
good. Get it drawn on.
I have a 6-pack every other day, bro.
But you know,
You got a 6-pack every other day.
But once you get tattoos, it don't matter. It's like shit. They don't matter if you got a 6-pack once you got tattoos.
Yeah, they cover all the stretch marks and everything.
Yeah,
so we good. But man, surgery and everything. All right, man. I'm gonna tell you who's not having a good week right now, man. Is that homie Michael Bennett, man.
Oh man,
Philadelphia Eagles defensive end, and Houston. You know, he went to Houston here. He's a Houston boy and everything, man. Yeah, what do y'all think about him getting charged with that?
They say what happened is it was during the Super Bowl. His brother was playing.
Yeah, with the Patriots.
With the Patriots. After the game, he was trying to get on the field, and it was an elderly woman or somebody who wouldn't let him on the field, and he basically just pushed his way through.
Supposedly, they said it was an old lady in a wheelchair. I'm hearing different reports.
Let me first say this.
Yeah, we don't know.
Let me first say this. The security at the stadiums be a lot of times
be on Zoom.
Be assholes, bro.
Yeah.
Man, we done got thrown out of U of H Stadium several times. We was with the president of U of H, and then as soon as they left, some security came and threw us out. We're like, what the hell? We was just with the president. What you mean?
The president probably said, hey, after I leave, kick these fools out.
Bro, I'll tell you right, man, the security, a lot of these stadiums, not all the security, but the security at a lot of these stadiums, they take their job extremely serious.
Top flight security in the world.
When they want to, they take it serious.
Yeah. Also, on another note, not to be, antagonist here, but what if the athletes feel like, because I'm an athlete and I'm a superstar, I deserve to be on that field, even though I'm not playing. Some of them do feel like, because we see a lot of them that, don't want to wait in line at clubs, don't want to do this. But, I have a hard time really seeing a football player putting his hands on an old lady or pushing her out the way.
I think
maybe if he walked around her and then kind of moved, did sudden movement and kind of spiked it off of him. I don't know.
We weren't there. There's no video. And what's amazing to me is that at the Super Bowl where there's nothing with cameras. They found who stole Brady's jersey.
Let me ask y'all something.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask y'all a question.
Yeah.
Who the hell thought it was a good idea to hire a 100-year-old lady to be the security in charge of letting people on and off the field at the Super Bowl? Well, who thought that was a good idea? First of all, if it's 100-year-old or however old she is, I'm not saying it's okay to push her off. I'm saying it's not okay to have her working as security at the damn Super Bowl. That's not okay.
On the field,
man. Who thought that? Man, bro, how can you say that you want to prevent?
I think
man, bro, that is not a good idea to have an elderly person as the one. If they wanted to have if a terroristic attack could have happened, The elderly person shouldn't be the one in stopping the elderly terrorist attack, or if some fans just go crazy and get drunk and jump on the field, there shouldn't be an elderly person there blocking them. So, first of all, whoever hired her or thought that it was a good idea for her to be the one in charge of blocking the field at the Super Bowl, they need to lose their job.
Yeah, man.
Not Michael Bennett. I mean, I'm not, and at the same time, that, I understand, a lot of times as celebrities or athletes, some people feel some type of entitleism. Or
like Kevin Hart was at the Super Bowl this week. He wanted to get in. Yeah.
But he's the family member of one of the players. So
and he's an NFL player.
And he's an NFL player. And he's a security risk because if all of a sudden 1,000 people want to take pictures with him, then all of a sudden it's which could very easily happen because he's recognizable. People know who he is. You know what I'm saying? And he's been a big supporter of the kneeling, which has become a controversy. But he's been a supporter of
the national anthem.
Of the police brutality reform. He's been a very big supporter of that.
Because he had an incident in Vegas.
Right.
They put him like at gunpoint. And
so
everything.
He's very recognizable. If I would have seen him, I would have been like, "Hey man, keep doing what you're doing. I support you. Can I take a picture?" So imagine all the people. It could easily have turned in. So he's a security risk, or could be causing a security risk.
He shouldn't have been in the game. Man. He wasn't playing.
He has every right. His brother was playing, though.
What an asshole.
No, but for real though, like, okay, I understand. Like, and at the same time, it very easily could have been someone telling him, "Come on, come this way," and then all of a sudden, someone out of nowhere don't know say, "No, you can't go that way." So he's feeling like he's doing what he's supposed to do, because when I go to these places. The first time, like when we got kicked out of U of H Stadium, several times when we didn't do shit wrong, just the security taking their job way too
serious. We didn't even want to go to the places they were taking us.
Yeah. One time we went to the game. I think we played Mississippi State. It was the game we was undefeated. Then we ended up losing that game. Shout out Case Keenum and all the U of H Cougars. Okay, we had the game. We getting escorted around at the stadium. All of a sudden, someone takes us to a place that you gotta have. Whatever, you're not supposed to be there. It was just a general admission part, though. It wasn't like a VIP lounge or nothing. It was a general admission part. And the person escorting us was the head coach's assistant. So they are personally escorting us. They had the right to escort whoever they want to all throughout the stadium. We don't know where the fuck we going. We just going wherever this lady follow us. And she's trying to take us everywhere so we can meet all of her people. She kind of, show us off to all her friends. All of a sudden, this sheriff or somebody come out of nowhere just completely shitted on us. Was like, "No, you can't go this way." And the girl telling us, "No, they can. I got authority to tell them they come this way. They with me. They're my guests." Which she did have authority, but the sheriff or whatever didn't like me, or whatever, it was a female sheriff. She straight shitted on us, wouldn't let us go. We basically got kicked out the whole stadium.
He got mad because his wife had a Paul Wall poster.
No, it was a lady. It was a lady sheriff. But she was, I don't know.
Man, if I would have been there, I would have said, "Come here, officer, and iron tips. Come on, put them handcuffs on me." A lot of times, a lot of times we will be personally escorted by somebody who has the authority to personally escort you, and still we get stopped by this. The last time we went to the U of H game not too long ago, we getting escorted by Major Applewhite's wife.
Shout out to Major Applewhite.
Yeah, shout out Major Applewhite. Shout out to the U of H football program. Man, they escorting us around. And they bringing us to a general. We were like in the head coach's box, the president's box, all these like big private areas. We go from that area, and also we walked the team out the tunnel this game.
ESPN.
On ESPN, after we walked the team out the tunnel and kind of perform a little bit, then they're taking us to a general admission area. These security guards would not let us in this area. They was straight shitting on us. "Yeah, Paul, we know who he is. You can't come this way because you don't have authorization." I'm like, "That's cool. I'm out of here then." And then they're like, "Yeah, let me take a picture with you, but you can't come this way." Nah.
Man, you know what? They did that, man. Man, let me tell you, with the Houston Texans, when I had a media credential before they took it away, because remember that time, Paul, when we were trying to get you to do interviews in the locker room with us?
Yeah.
And then I had called the Texans office, the media relations people, and I said, "Hey, man, look, we're trying to get Paul Wall to do it," and they were like, "No." They shut it down. And it was the weekend that the Texans were playing the Saints. And then they saw you on the press box. And I wasn't there. And they automatically went up to G-Men and they're like, "Where's Chile? Where's Chile?" And they thought I gave you my media credential to let you in. And
Reggie Bush personally made sure I got there. They kicked me out the game.
Did they?
Yeah, they kicked me out the game. I had my son with me. And I wanted to take my son to a football game. They kicked me out the game. after Reggie Bush personally, because he was my boy, he was
Yeah.
like, hey, we come to play the Texans, whatever. I was like, oh shit, I want to come. Can I bring my son? Hell yeah, I don't get y'all field passes. You can bring your son on the field, because they always do that. They let family and friends come on the field. They came up to me and told me, they said, hey, you and your son need to leave because you're a health hazard, because if a football player or a football comes this way, your son could be tackled.
Well, during the game, yes, they take the people, like the kids and everything.
No, they didn't wait for that. They came and kicked me out.
During like the
I was like,
warm-ups?
well, I got this credential. I'm with Reggie Bush. And they was like, no, you can't be here. You gotta go. They personally escorted me. They kicked me out the stadium.
You know, I wonder if they thought I was the one, because they were already accusing me of giving you that pass.
They might did.
For real.
It's funny we're talking about this, because I would have never known that. And also that after I told Reggie, after this happened, Reggie Bush, like I was leaving out the stadium, and he was like, what's up, where you at? I'm trying to come meet you and you say what's up to you, meet your son. I mean, come say what's up to you, meet your son, whatever. I'm like, yeah, I had to go. They kicked me out. He's like, what? He was pissed. He was so pissed. He tried to have whoever it was that kicked me out, he tried to have him fired. Like he was really very, very pissed.
Which he should.
But I was like, you know, man, whatever. I don't know, maybe I did something wrong. They don't like me, but they always have been shitting on me.
I wonder if they thought that I gave you the credential, because they came up to G-Man and they told him, where's Chile? Why is Paul Wall here and everything? He's like, what? G-Man's like, I don't know what the hell y'all talking about, you know? And I was tailgating my ass, getting drunk outside.
Yeah.
And then I went in, and then G-Man was like, man, they said that, did you give your credential? I was like, no, man, why would I do that? I asked them, and they said no, and everything. And then I saw the person, and I think G-Man saw him, and he's like, hey, man, you Chile down there, man, what's up? And then he was like, oh, no, we got it taken care of. It was Reggie Bush that gave him the credential. But they were quick.
Call Reggie Bush, man. It's the people's champ.
They still threw. They literally escorted me out the stadium and said, "Come on, you gotta go."
You're not
I said, "Damn, I can't go."
Already.
Can I go up in the stands? They said, "No, we don't have any seats. It's a sold out game." I said, "I can't just do standing room only, just so I can walk around and experience the game with my son." They said, "No, you gotta go. We don't have a seat for you."
And you know what the crazy thing is? It's not even you.
Yeah.
Remember Debbie Dev, Dwayne Brown's wife?
Yeah, shout out Debbie Dev.
Man, the homie, like, she even put it on Instagram. There was this lady that was like, you can't come in with that, because they had those clear bag policies and all that stuff. Yeah. And that was, the Texans organization sent her that bag, because they sent all the wife's bags and everything, saying, okay, look, we've got new rules and everything. If you're going to the game, take this bags right here. You know, they've been approved and everything. So that lady, security lady, was on Dev, like, just on her, saying, blah, 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 you can't be having that bag in here, you know, whatever. Dude, they had to call the cops, dude. She called the cops and everything, and then they didn't let Dev in the game. And Dev was chilling the whole time, like, with the cops, and, like, taking pictures saying, hey, look, I'm out here, they won't let me in the game, and blah, blah. You know, at the end of the day, it was somebody that was just probably having a bad day and just took their job a little bit too extra. Yeah. So I wonder, we went off on topic, but we were talking about experiences that we've been through.
Right.
So I wonder if that same thing.
Just bringing it up too. Anytime I go to any game or anywhere with Johnny, with TV Johnny, he always is like, come on, let's go on the field. Hey, come on, let's go on the field. And I always have a big fear of being embarrassed.
We talked about that.
So I'll be like, no, I'm not going. Because if they tell me, no, you can't come down here, I will be destroyed. So I'd rather not ask than to ask him to be told no. But Johnny ain't got no shame. He don't care. He gonna ask. He gonna go. They gonna kick him out. He gonna sneak back in again. They gonna kick him out again. He gonna sneak back in again and be like, yeah, I'm back, bitch. What?
Johnny that bad as a little kid.
But like, I mean, look, Johnny, it's TV Johnny, man. Like, he just smiles all the time.
That's why we saw Johnny at the parade, on one of the parade floats. We saw Johnny backstage at City Hall because he's with the players. He ain't got no shame in his game, but I'm like, nah, because they gonna kick me out.
Finesse game, elite finesse game, TV Johnny.
They probably thought Johnny was one of the players' kids. They're like, come here.
They thought it was Yao Ming son. That's funny, man.
No, man, but you know what, man? I like my thing with the Michael Bennett thing. It's why 2 years later? It's been 2 years, bro.
Oh damn, that's true.
Like, you took the time to find Brady's jersey, like, in 3 months or less.
No, I think the lady filed a lawsuit, right?
Well, first of all, I think there is a statute of limitation that I think is 2 years. There's on assault, it's 2 years.
Whatever it is, he got rusty. I saw him on the news.
He got rusty.
got Rusty. He got Rusty Hard. They was court today.
Man.
But like he turned himself in today.
Benny got Rusty Harden?
Yeah.
Oh, he gonna be good then. Rusty
He got
Harden.
arrested. He had to turn himself. He had to he got
Rusty
arrested.
Harden, he gonna be good.
He got
Now,
arrested.
But you know what?
It's gonna cost him.
You know what?
He definitely gonna win that case.
You know what kind of like kind of pissed me off a little bit is that they handcuffed him and everything, did the whole prep walk and everything.
Yeah.
But the people, that sheriff and her husband that killed John Hernandez,
Yeah.
them suckers were able to walk in and walk back out.
Yeah.
You know what? Without handcuffs or nothing.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
So it's like Michael Bennett turned himself in and they didn't give him those privileges. You know what
I
I'm saying?
definitely think that some of it has to be tied to him
Do you
speaking
think?
out and him.
I thought about that.
Yeah, him speaking out. He's been a very vocal advocate against police brutality. Not against police officers, but
Yeah.
against police brutality. And a lot of times the story gets misconstrued or exaggerated and it spreads. And next thing you know, everywhere you go, you got problems. So, man, definitely we pray for whatever. And I wasn't there, so I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we don't know.
They're definitely making Chile. I know you can attest to this. We both been working in clubs. You also can, you can co-sign this too. Man, we've been working in clubs for a long time, whether it be nightclub, bars, performance, whatever. Man, a lot of security who are the securities. Not everybody, but there are definitely some security who take money under the table so that they can let you in the back door, let you in the VIP.
Why you looking at me, man?
Let you on the field. So I'm just saying, like, we put too much, like, the security who is the security at a lot of these sporting events, they're not really security. They just are hired to do a job. But, you know, we act like they're like Navy SEALs out there.
Yeah.
You know, they not. They somebody who, like, it's an elderly lady who's, why is that? You know, maybe she wasn't working, maybe she wasn't the one he pushed past, and the elderly lady just got hurt in the process of him pushing past. But I'm just saying, like, if we really, like, we think our place is, the sporting event is secure, when we have these type of people, it's not Navy SEALs securing these events. You know what I'm saying? It's people who, they got kids and frustrations and job problems and problems in their everyday life like everybody else.
Most of them are looking at that. Most of them are watching the game than doing their job. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, man. I hope everything comes out in the clear. I hope, definitely, like we said, we don't know what happened. We weren't there. We feel for the lady that got injured.
Yeah,
you know
and I'm sure if it was one of our grandparents or somebody that we were connected to, we probably would feel completely different than the way we do.
Yeah.
So, whoever this lady was, whoever your family is, hey, man, you in our prayers and thoughts too. We don't know. We only comment on the situation from what we know and what we've been told.
Because I couldn't imagine him picking the wheelchair up and just tossing it. But, I can't imagine him doing that. But you never know. You never know.
But I'm just like, bro, you know how it is when you're at these events.
Yeah.
Like, we there, people come, some people sneak on the field, they let who they want come on and come go. People, if we only got 2 tickets, but we got 3 friends, 2 of us gonna go, then one of us gonna go back out with the other 2 tickets.
Stop telling the game, bro. Stop telling the game.
I mean, I'm just saying, so I'm just putting myself in that situation where if that was me, and I'm a known celebrity, and I know all these people over here want to take pictures with me, and I know me just being here or me going another route is going to cause a frenzy, or I know they don't want me to do that, and I see people keep coming over here, they just trying to shut this interest down, and because you know how it goes, at one point you can come on the field or the for whatever, from every entrance, and then all of a sudden you can only come on from this entrance, and it's just, this is how they corral it, because they trying to do their job of shutting everything down and getting the people out of the stadium properly without any incidents. So they got their own situations they got to deal with as well. But it's all like, a lot of times it's not like these rules aren't like, in the Constitution. It's at the discretion of whoever the security person is working there. If they want to be an asshole, they gonna choose to be an asshole.
I've been in that situation.
Same here. I'm thinking, like, if that was me, and I know I have proper credentials and I should be over there, and people have been going, and all of a sudden now you just got a problem with me. You say, no, you can't come this way. But all them 50 people who came right in front of me, you ain't had no problem with them going in front of me. But now all of a sudden you got a problem with me, I'm going to be like, nah, man, I'm good. Come on, let's go.
Because that happened to me. Like, the dude kicked me off the field. They kicked me off the field, and I was like, I had credentials to be there, but I was like, you know what, man, I'm just going to leave. I'm not going to sit there and do an act and anything, So I left. And then I was
an old lady, Chile?
Nah, man. You see my big ass, man. I'm trying not to waste energy, bro. So I was just upstairs. I'm on the first floor drinking a beer, and all of a sudden he sees me with a girl that he had a crush on, and then he comes up, oh man, what's up, Chile? I was like, oh, now you saying what's up, Chile? After you just kicked me off the field? You know, it's like, come on, dude, y'all just be fair, do your job, and that's it, man. So we wish everybody involved, both parties in this are good, you know, and then really the lady, the one that she should be suing should be the company that hired her, you know what I'm saying? For putting her in harm's place, obviously, you know. But, you know, we're no judges, we're no nothing, we just talk out our ass sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see how this plays out, so best wishes to both parties, man. That's all I can say.
Yeah, God bless you. I hope, you know, it works the stuff out some type of way, you know. Yeah, God bless you. Chile,
Pastor Paul.
Pastor Paul.
Paul pray for everybody.
Hey, we all need somebody to pray for everybody, bro.
Pastor
So
Paul,
we need
man.
Paul,
The
man.
people's champ.
You know, I start ending the podcast with a prayer.
Nah.
The Lord said,
What you gonna be like? Are we gonna pray for everybody like they pray for Tekashi on the Breakfast Club?
yes.
Let me ask y'all something, man. Goo, you a boxing fan?
Love boxing.
You, Paul?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
I'm Mexican.
I'm a
so-
fighting fan.
Michael?
TMT.
Okay, yeah, we know.
I'm a
Yeah,
fighting
you know.
fan. Any form
Yeah.
of fighting, I like it.
Y'all think Canelo and Triple G fight's gonna happen?
Yes.
Canelo, I'm Team Canelo all day.
You know he just got suspended, right?
Yup, we ain't barring that.
Sorry.
We ain't tripping
Yeah.
on that.
It's a bad meat, man. It's a mix. Do you know the stuff though? There was
Dwayne Brown got suspended
A
for
couple
one
years
game
ago.
because he
A couple
went
years ago.
vacationing there on their bye week.
they actually sent a letter. The NFL
Yeah.
sent a letter
Yeah.
out saying if you went to Mexico, do not eat meat because
Whenever they
is-
injected me.
They injected meat there, but who determined? Was this the FDA? Or
Yeah,
what?
when they came back, they took a drug test here, and then that substance show up on the drug test.
Whatever that
Is this in Cabo?
Huh?
Yeah,
this in
somewhere
Cabo?
around there.
No, it's in
Where-
Mexico, period.
Okay, whole Mexico.
Yeah,
But, you
so
know-
basically it's the cattle. They inject them with something.
Well, what it is just a type of meat that makes you lose weight. Like
Oh, really?
it makes the cows lose weight, but it gains muscle or endurance or whatever.
Because it's banned in
Yeah,
the U.S.
yeah.
So
So
you can't do it in the U.S.
So that's why when the athletes go and they have a burger, then they come and they pop a drug test. That's what they're getting popped for. And Dwayne fought it and said, "Look, man, I didn't do it, man. I went to Mexico," and he ended up getting cleared from it. And that's what Canelo is doing right now.
Wait, speaking of drug tests, not to jump off that, does CBD show up in drug tests or no?
I don't know. I think you got a
Good question, Goose.
good question. If you
Well,
know the
great
answer to
question.
that, this is
Well,
this is
let's try to
trivia
Google
for
it.
all the Chileandthechamp fans out there. If you know the answer to that question, or you can use your Google.
I think it does.
Use your Google
It does.
and
CBD
send us the
should.
answer,
I think
and we
it
will
does.
give you a reward. You get a prize. Hit us up at Chileandthechamp or Chileandthechamp@gmail.com if you know the answer to the question. What's the trivia question of the day? If CBD shows up in your drug test.
Wow, thank you, Paul. Hey, let's get back to business, goo. Hey, Michael, is the show?
Yeah.
The show, yes or no?
No answer yet.
That's
Waiting
a
on the email.
quick trivia. We just use Google. We don't. Okay.
Google don't even-
Trivia
Google
questions
don't know
off.
what
We
that
just
shit.
use Google. We don't need you no more. You lost your chance to the prize. Now we
Yeah.
got our own prize.
All right, well, you know
Dear
what?
George, CBD shouldn't trigger a positive result on a drug test.
Yeah, I think you have to specifically test for
For
the
CBD.
Yeah, but they don't consider it like as weed showed up on it. You know, like THC is what they
Yeah.
test it for.
So like if somebody is on probation and they
Oh,
consume the CBD and they just take a regular drug test, like a random drug test for that.
I don't think it will. Also, the CBD is legal in Texas, and CBD. Texas is one of the biggest. I think what I heard about, if I'm not remembering this incorrectly, what I heard was that Texas is the biggest state for CBD consumption. So shout out to Texas one time for being the biggest state for CBD consumption. But I think with that, it's
the weedy cereal.
specifically THC. They got to test for the THC. They don't test for the CBD.
Shit, I almost thought you said CB4. They'll also be tested for CB4, especially for sweat from my balls.
Eat your Wheaties. All the CBD you need. Eat your Wheaties.
Well, I don't know, man, but I don't know if the fight's going to end up happening. I think the fight will happen because there's too much
Man.
money. Too much money,
It
man.
wasn't HGH, no steroids or nothing like that. It was just like, and he lives in Mexico. What the hell y'all want to eat?
Yeah. So I think, well, see, because the last time I think he trained here in the U.S. of A.
Yeah, but he
So-
trained. So this time.
So this time he's going to camp in Mexico. So
Right.
that's why, and he said, y'all can test me all the time. I'm not doing no drugs or no nothing, but we'll see what happens with that, man. I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy that I don't know how I feel about that, man, because I feel like sometimes they drug test too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they should just drug test for steroids. You know?
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I mean,
a lot of times too, we've been seeing in the news a lot of athletes who have failed drug tests, and you come back, or the failed drug tests is they have marijuana in their system.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, well, now they got the misperception that they're steroid users when
J Balls.
they just
Hey, balls.
Phil, G-Night.
Hey, balls, you sit at home.
no, that's jacked up, fool.
But a lot of athletes, though, they get hurt and then they get prescribed painkillers, and the next thing, that's the opioid crisis is a real thing. But so salute to the different sporting leagues that allow for medicinal marijuana to be used as medicine, and that's one thing that's on the agenda, I think, for Major League Baseball, is where they're trying to allow, it's one of the topics of the discussion that they're talking about, where any state that legalizes medicinal marijuana, you can have that as an alternative to the opioid, because a lot of the opioid stuff will tear your body up.
Get you hooked on
Yeah.
a motherfucker.
For sure, and then one of these athletes or something might look. You can go in the store right now and buy a beer. You can go in Taco Cabana and get a margarita.
Man, a pitcher of margarita, man. That's why I be doing that, bro.
But
Seriously.
So if it's that easy to buy a beer and alcohol and it's okay, it's the same thing as weed. In a lot of states, weed is just as legal as beer. When you go in the store and buy a beer, it's the same thing. You go in the store, it's recreational. You buy it, you go in the store and buy some Bud, just like you would buy a 6-pack of Bud.
You buy some Bud like you buy a Bud Light.
Yeah, right, exactly. So, there's even though it's not legal yet all the way in Texas, and a lot of other states have not legalized it yet, it is legal, just as legal as wine or beer or champagne or something else. You just got to be a certain age. You got, can't do it and drive and do it on the workplace. You gotta, whatever, It's
I think for athletes, they should be able to smoke weed if instead of like pain medicine and all that stuff, because really weed is not going to make you better athlete. It's going to calm the hell. It's going to calm the fuck down.
It's not a
It's going to make you
performance
chill.
enhancer, right.
You know what I'm saying? So I do agree with weed. I smoked it in my life. I never said I never did or anything. Most of the time when I smoke it, I'm just like dumb. I'm like,
I disagree. I'm the fastest man on the planet when I smoke a blunt.
So did I. I thought I was driving real fast, and I ended up looking down the speedometer. I was going 40. Man, come on now. Y'all just gonna shut the fuck up right now, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I didn't hear any facts. I didn't hear any facts. I'm still the fastest man on the planet after I smoke a blunt.
All right, well, go ahead. Good for you. Flash RTs over there.
Got it.
It's definitely funny though when we see these athletes, they tested positive and then they get just cremated in the press.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're a steroid user, they're a cheater, and this and that, and it's like, nah. It's just
Man, y'all see that video of Odell Beckham in bed, and then he's got an escort, and she's doing a line of coke.
Yes.
He didn't do it. They don't have the video of him doing it, but he's in the bed and she's doing the coke. So now they automatically think that Odell was doing coke.
He had a blunt in his hand or something, they said, right?
Well,
Sound like a party up
Yeah,
there.
he was just lit.
it could be
It was
You never
lit.
know.
Somebody lit.
Hey man, you never know what it could be, man. But
That could have been a gun with no bullets. That's Chile or say some shit like that.
Look at the shirt.
you were gonna try to make a joke, but in the middle of it, you're like, oh fuck, oh that Chile would say that, huh?
No, I'm just
You
saying.
see that?
Like, it could have been, he probably just smoking a back.
Goo 5, Chile 1.
Well, you're bringing the cheerleaders now?
Congratulations, Chile. You got him, Chile.
Man, you know what, man, but hopefully, you know what, I forgot what the fuck we were talking about.
Hey,
Canelo Triple G fight, man.
Canelo,
Hey,
Canelo.
And I got it, Paul. So we just gonna pray for him, pray the fight happens. Just pray for everybody.
We're gonna just do a small chronic break for the fight to happen. How about that?
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I mean?
Hey, shout out to all our people out there in Guadalajara. What it do? What it do? What it do?
Hey, ready to go back. Hey, we went out there, Chile, for
Did
the
you?
show.
Not the restaurant.
Concert, no.
No, y'all went to actually Guadalajara.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We
Yes.
going down out there, man. They showed us major love out there. Bro, it's a lot of people out there who were deported from America, from Chicago and Texas, California.
A lot from Houston.
A lot from Houston out there, bro. A lot.
That was, what year was that?
We went
Trill
last year.
Gladiators
Last year?
Mexico was
Oh,
all
yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Trill
Trill
Gladiators
Gladiators.
Mexico.
Trill, yeah, Gladiator, what it do, what it do, what it do. Truck,
Yeah.
what's up, truck?
You said Trump?
Truck,
Oh, truck.
truck.
Truck Buck, what's up?
Book, don't
Man.
give a fuck. Let me hold something.
He called me today, but he had something for me to hold.
Oh, shit. I got something for you to
Y'all
hold
done
right
heard
here.
it that
Oh.
Okay, Chile, I got
Ah! Why you ain't gonna do
I got you, but,
you ain't gonna do Chile 5, Michael 0?
How many of y'all had Truck Buck call y'all with a check though? That's all I want to
Yeah,
know.
for
So
sure.
what's
He
up,
called
Truck
us.
Gladiators? Gang, gang.
Yeah, he definitely fuck.
Call me with a check, baby.
Yeah, baby.
All right, fellas. All right, enough with the shout outs, man. You know what? Look. What the fuck is going on? I remember. So you know what? We hope the fight happens, man. You know.
Canelo.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna end on a positive note. Spark that up right there. That's the positive for the day, man. We're gonna pop a positive test up in here, man. You know, something like that. But man, we appreciate everybody checking the show, man, each and every single week, man. You know, we're still looking for the military check-ins. You know, if you're in the armed forces, you know, check in with us at Chileandthechamp@gmail.com or on Instagram at Chileandthechamp. And you know, we're gonna be, you can just do it with Paul Wall's Instagram at Paul Wall, baby. You follow me at the Chile, TheChile. Michael, what's your Instagram? Because you got some fun.
At Michael_Ortiz.
Alright, how about you, Goo?
At Google.
Thank you very much.
Score.
Thank you very much.
F's.
You see, chill, see what you say. I go.
Alright, man. We appreciate y'all checking in with us this week, man. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
You see in here, boo?
Yeah.